In this video, we are going to talk about Lionel Messi and his claim to the title of the greatest footballer of all time. Some others may have a claim to the throne too, so we will compare and contrast their careers and ponder what it truly means to be the best ever. So what names pop into your head? Who is your football GOAT? Lionel Messi has just captained Argentina to the biggest prize in world football, the FIFA World Cup. Messi racked up an impressive tally of 7 goals and 3 assists in 7 tournament games in Qatar, and he also became the first ever player to score a goal in every single knockout round of the tournament. The left-footed magician was the bright spark that Argentina needed to transform a good team into a great team and bring the trophy home. In recent years, despite having a peak Lionel Messi, Argentina could not create the correct formula for international success. On occasions they came close, painstakingly close, losing the final to Germany in extra time in 2014, when Messi won his first Player of the Tournament award at a World Cup. He is now the only man to have 2 of those awards. In 2007, 2015 and 2016, Lionel Messi and Argentina lost 3 Copa America finals, first to Brazil and then twice agonizingly to Chile in as many years, both times on penalties. A desolate Lionel Messi even retired after what was his 4th final loss with Argentina, only to be convinced to come back again not long afterwards. Messi's status as the best footballer of his generation didn't suffer because of those international heartbreaks. At the end of the day, penalties are a lottery, and football is a team sport. Without Messi, Argentina would not have reached the 4 finals to even have a chance of winning. What's more, everyone has seen his quality week in and week out at club level. For the best part of 2 decades, Messi has illuminated stadiums all over the world with his unbelievable skill. The Rosario, Argentina native has won 10 league titles with Barcelona, another with Paris and France. In addition, he has 4 Champions League titles and he has won the Ballon d'Or award for the best player on the planet a record 7 times, scoring almost 800 goals and providing exactly 350 assists in 1,003 senior appearances. Not only are Lionel Messi's numbers unparalleled, but the intangible nature of his breathtaking quality stands above all. Amongst those goals and assists are some of the most head-spinning, iconic football moments in modern history. Messi has made the best look very silly on the biggest stages of them all, and he has done it for many years against many fantastic opponents. He is the best goal scorer, dribbler and passer in world football. His effect goes way beyond the numbers on the stat sheet. He does things in every game that other players can only dream of. He plays passes that other players couldn't even see, and he could dribble past you in a phone box. The strength and the agility in those little legs is always surprising the most physically imposing and quick defenders. Even now at 35, when he isn't quite the spring chicken he was 10 years ago, Messi has given us so many moments of such inexplicable quality that has earned this title of the GOAT. A title that holds even more weight now than ever as he has finally completed his collection of trophies. Just 18 months ago, Argentina faced Brazil in the Copa America final in Rio de Janeiro's historic Maracanã Stadium. A 1-0 victory gave Messi his first international title, and there was momentum growing in the Argentina camp that resulted in a 35-match unbeaten streak ahead of the World Cup in Qatar. Argentina would arrive as contenders but not favourites. As Messi said himself, the likes of France, England and Brazil were regarded as stronger teams in the lead up to the tournament. After a shock defeat to Saudi Arabia in their opening game, an Argentina side, galvanised by Messi, made an epic run to the final and lifted the trophy after seeing off the likes of Netherlands, Croatia and France along the way. This victory is important for the GOAT debate, as until now it was the only trophy missing from Messi's already impressive collection. The one argument that could be used against Messi was that Maradona had taken an under-par Argentina side to World Cup glory. And so, if Lionel Messi couldn't achieve the same thing, then how could he be considered to be better than Maradona? Well, that argument no longer stands, and now there are 2 number 10s with godlike status in Argentina. For many, the debate for the GOAT title is between the 2 Argentinians. Maradona doesn't compete with Messi when it comes to domestic titles, consistency, or career statistics. But when you watch clips of Maradona playing, you know precisely why he was considered the best ever to do it. Like Messi, Maradona moved differently to normal footballers. He had a connection with the football that seemed otherworldly. Maradona also had cult status for his big personality, his World Cup heroics, and of course his spectacular period at Napoli in Italy, where he led the team to 2 Serie A titles and a UEFA Cup. Despite being a massive club, to this day those 2 leagues and the European title are the only league or European trophies that Napoli have ever won, all because of the individual genius of Diego Maradona. Maradona provided us with moments of brilliance for Argentina too, especially on his way to winning the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. After his infamous Hand of God goal against England, he scored a spectacular solo effort to seal the victory, one of the all-time great World Cup goals. A win against the Germans in the final gave Diego Maradona godlike status in Argentina, and to this day he is worshipped across the country and the world. Maradona scored over a goal every 2 games in his career and won a host of individual awards. But despite playing senior football for 2 decades, he won only 3 league titles, 2 in Italy and another with Boca Juniors earlier in his career. Maradona peaked in a fantastic 5-year period where he won the World Cup in Mexico and then did great things in Naples. For many, especially in Argentina, nobody has had more ability than Diego Maradona. Others will argue that Messi has surpassed him, as he has been equally as talented, but he has been so much more successful and consistent over his career. Due to some off-field issues, it is widely recognised that as great as Diego Maradona was, he probably never reached his full potential. He even said it himself. In leading Argentina to the 2022 World Cup, Messi has perhaps equalled the only achievement that Maradona had over him. Both are stars in their own right and heroes for eternity in Argentina. Pelé is another World Cup superstar that has a seat at the table when it comes to discussing the GOAT. As with Maradona, it is difficult to compare as these footballers all played in completely different eras. The game has evolved and changed in so many ways that we will never really know how each player might have gotten on if they had played at the same time. But that adds to the beauty of the debate. Pelé won 6 Brazilian league titles and 2 Copa Libertadores trophies in the 60s. In 1958, he had become the youngest ever player to play, score in, and win a World Cup final at just 17. And remarkably, Pelé would go on to win another 2 World Cups in 1962 and 1970. He is the only man in history to do so, and he played a vital role in all 3 triumphs. 12 years after his first final, he scored the opener in the 1970 final victory, a 4-1 rout over Italy. In 2000, Pelé and Maradona were given a joint prize of FIFA Player of the Century. Like Maradona, Pelé's international success made him a godlike figure at home, and the amount of titles he won with the national side put him straight into the GOAT debate. Pelé scored over 750 goals in his career, predominantly with Santos and Brazil, and he is also remembered for his style of play. Part of his legacy is that he changed the game and started doing tricks and flicks that may be customary in the modern game, but that at the time were unseen and completely revolutionary. Despite not being talked about like Messi and Maradona in a pure footballing sense, there is clearly no denying that Pelé is one of the greatest to have ever played the game. During Messi's career, his closest rival has been Cristiano Ronaldo. It is no secret that Cristiano claims to be the best player in the world, and some fans would agree with him. The two have set record after record in a career that saw them go head to head while playing for their respective clubs, Barcelona and Real Madrid. The pair challenged for leagues, European Cups and Golden Boot trophies for a decade in La Liga. In that period, Barcelona won 7 titles to Real Madrid's 2, and Lionel Messi took 5 top goalscorer awards to Ronaldo's 3. Ronaldo does have 5 Champions League trophies, 1 more than Messi, but 2 less Ballon d'Or Player of the Year awards. He has 5 to Messi's 7. Ronaldo has 819 goals to Messi's 793, but he has done so in 142 more games than the Argentine. Messi, however, has 116 more assists, and therefore a total record of 72 minutes per goal contribution to Ronaldo's 88. Both players in their own right have been absolute marvels of modern day football. They have taken individual dominance to a new level and have both set goal scoring rates that would have seemed unthinkable in the past. Ronaldo, like Messi, has had his fair share of big goals and iconic moments, and in a way, they have both pushed each other to be at the top of their game. Ronaldo won a European Championship with Portugal in 2016, but has failed to succeed at the World Cup. He has 8 goals and 2 assists at World Cup finals, failing to score in any knockout games. Messi has 13 goals and 8 assists, as well as a winner's medal, of course. Ronaldo is a beast of an athlete and incredible goalscorer, but his all-round play is obviously inferior to that of Lionel Messi. He simply does not have the same ability or all-round attributes as Lionel. Despite being incredibly effective in the box, he cannot dribble, pass, or affect the overall rhythm of the game like Messi. When you look at the goals versus games played ratio over their careers, Messi is the better goal scorer too. So with all things considered, Ronaldo has been a worthy adversary for Messi and will go down as a football great, but he isn't quite in the same stratosphere as Lionel. Where there are counter-arguments to Maradona, Pele or Ronaldo being the GOAT, there are none to pick at when it comes to Messi. The only counter-argument against Messi was that he failed to do it on the greatest stage of them all, the World Cup, where Maradona of course had one, but now he has filled in that gap and ticked off every possible trophy he ever could have won. He also has got the best scoring and assist record, the most trophies, and quite frankly, he is the best all-round footballer in this select group of footballing legends. Messi winning the World Cup in Qatar doesn't make him the best player ever. The facts suggest he was the best player anyway, but it takes away a number of counter-arguments that his critics have always used to suggest that he cannot claim to be the best. Lionel Messi himself has claimed Maradona as the greatest ever. This may have been a wise move from an Argentine who hadn't won a World Cup, or perhaps just the sense of humility that we can see in Lionel. It is likely a mix of both, but for us there is only one winner, and that is Lionel Messi, the wizard with a magic wand of a left foot, the best playmaker who is also the best goal scorer, the man who has made men, women and children cry with joy and swoon in disbelief as he glides around the football pitch, like a man who simply has an unfair, God-given birthright to be the best ever. The living legend that is Lionel Messi should be appreciated, now more than ever, and if we get a few more years to watch him, then let's make the most of it. Do you think Qatar 2022 helped cement Messi as the greatest of all time? Or was it already done? Maybe you disagree completely. Who is your GOAT and why? Let us know in the comments below.